What's going on, guys? This is Magic Power here, bringing you another Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Wi-Fi battle. This one against Nips, and I got to battle him on one of his streams, and that was really cool. He does have a YouTube channel. That link will be in the description. He asked for a mixed OU battle, and he's only bringing like 1 OU and like 4 NUs. I tried to mix my team around, but his is definitely more lower tiered than mine. So yeah, let's get right into this. It was a really good battle, so I wanted to upload it just because it was cool. But yeah, he's gonna lead off with Wobbuffet. I lead off with the Sableye because I kind of wanted to, get some initiative, try to like Will-O-Wisp or something like that. So I kind of knew the Encore was coming, but I just decided to call mine to see if he wanted to switch out. But he decided just to Encore here, which is a very good play on his part because now I'm locked into Calm Mind, and this is like really bad for me because here, let me move this real quick. There you go. I hope that's better. So I'm gonna Calm Mind again, hoping he'd just stay in, but obviously he's not gonna stay in. He's way better of a battler than just to stay in there. So he's gonna switch into Charizard X here, his only OU-mon. Like in the last few battles, I've brought like a lot lower tiered Pokemon than my opponent, but this one is way different. So I'm gonna Calm Mind again, which is extremely foolish. I thought Encore would probably end that turn, but apparently it didn't. And I'm gonna get another Calm Mind up, and he's gonna Dragon Dance. And at this point, the Encore still ends. I expected the Encore to end this turn, but it doesn't. So I have to Calm Mind again. I could switch out, but I think that just wasn't in my head at the moment. So I'm gonna set up another Calm Mind. He's gonna Dragon Claw here, and it's gonna do It's gonna do about 3/4. The Encore finally ends, but there's nothing I can do. I probably should have switched out at that point, but I had nothing to switch into. Like that's the thing. I really couldn't switch out because there's nothing to go into. So he was just gonna Dragon Claw and kill me here because it was doing too much damage. I needed a free switch into Vivillon here with the Focus Sash. So he's gonna stay in. He's just gonna go for the Dragon Claw here. Bring me down to my Sash. That's fine. I'm gonna Sleep Powder, and that's fine and dandy, right? So I do go for the Sleep Powder, and it does connect, which is huge because now he's asleep. I get virtually a free Quiver Dance up. But here he's gonna switch out because he doesn't want to just let himself get set up on, I guess. So he's gonna go into Geo, his Persian. I'm just gonna slap him with a Hurricane. It's as much as I can do right now because, yeah. And I actually do snag the Confusion, which is pretty cool. But you're gonna see here, I kind of played with it, and then he does get the Fake Out off. I knew that was coming, but I was hoping he'd smack himself. So he obviously doesn't there. I'm gonna go into Indut here, which is my Klinklang. He's confused here, and he's actually gonna smack himself in the face right now with those big claws. I'm just gonna T-Wave just in case he wanted to switch out, and he doesn't, so it was kind of a middle ground play for me, and it works against this thing. So he's gonna switch out, surprisingly. He can't really touch my Klinklang, I'm guessing. It probably has like Fake Out, Return, maybe Slash instead of Return, I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna substitute here, get up to sub. Wobbuffet really can't do anything to me either. I think he expected the shift gear or the gear grind, but I get up to sub. I'm just gonna T-Wave here, and it ends up hitting the Weezing, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's already slow, but if I can get some Parahacks, I don't really necessarily want that, but I don't know. I was trying to hit it on the Wobbuffet, the Thunder Wave, but it's okay. The gear grind is gonna do absolutely nothing to this thing, which I didn't expect any less, but he will get fully paralyzed here, which is pretty cool. I never really want to, wish hacks on anyone, but at that point, I mean, it just happened, There's nothing I can do about it, but I don't know. So he's gonna Flamethrower here. I actually wanted to switch out because I don't even really know why. I wanted to get a semi-safe switch into Gallade to Mega Evolve and just kill this thing. So that's what I tried to do here. I probably should have stayed in and just gone for another gear grind because I still have my substitute, but I guess I just didn't feel like it. Psychic Kite's gonna go do so much, but it's not gonna kill, but he is going to get fully paralyzed again, which is huge. If he had gotten a Will-O-Wisp off, like, that would have been basically GG. I had already lost my Sableye, I already lost my Viviline. If my Glade got burned, that would just be the end of it. But luckily, he does get fully paralyzed there, and I felt good that I was still like healthy with Oliver, but I felt bad that the Thunder Wave, you know, ended up mattering on the wheezing. So I don't know, just kind of whatever. So Psycho Cut's gonna come in. It is intimidated, and he is going to live, but I do have the Shadow Sneak. So Glade already with 2 easy kills there, or 2 quick kills, I guess. And then the Persian's gone, and oh wait, no, the Persian's still around, but it is paralyzed, and it's really weak. So I'm gonna switch out because I want to keep that thing around. I know he's going for Fake Out. There's no reason not to. So I'm just gonna switch into Klinklang here. Do a you know, have the initiative on this thing. He's just gonna switch out again because really, why not? And here I get a little more hacks here as I'm going to substitute. Little spoiler. I do get some hacks right now. He's still asleep, so that's 1 turn of sleep, right? That's one. So he can switch. He can wake up next turn, right? So just keep an eye on that. So Shift Gear is gonna go off. I'm gonna outspeed him next turn because of the speed raise. And Shift Gear's a really good move. It's like Dragon Dance, but you're getting +2 in speed. So I mean, only the Klinklang line can learn it, but still. And maybe I think Genesect can, but whatever. So this is his 2nd turn sleep, so he's still asleep. So I'm like, okay, whatever, that's cool. And I get the Gear Grind off again. And keep in mind, I'm still behind a substitute, so that's really cool. Yeah. So he's still asleep, so that's 3 turns of sleep. He still hasn't waken up. And I'm gonna go for another Gear Grind. And it's gonna do a healthy amount there. I think it kills. Does it kill? Does it kill? Does it kill? It does kill. So he had 3 turns. He had 2 opportunities to wake up, and he didn't. Which, I mean, I do feel bad about. Like, Charizard should have taken down my Klinklang, or at least broken the sub, but it didn't even do that. So I'm gonna Gear Grind here because I mean, my sub's still up, so there's no reason to really switch out. And I get a critical hit on the 2nd hit there to do over half. And I mean, I don't know. I didn't even expect that. Like, I don't know. But okay, whatever. So the substitute goes away. He's gonna get that Black Sledge recovery though. And I'm gonna Gear Grind again because I don't really need this Klinklang for anything else. I mean, his Persian is still around, but that's really fine. I'm gonna score another crit with the Gear Grind and almost kill him. But he lives, and Scald's going to take me out, which is honestly fine. But I mean, those 2 crits really mattered, and I mean, I'd rather lose than win to hacks, but I just kind of rolled with it. As Oliver's gonna come in now and clean up. This thing can't outspeed me, so he does opt to switch out and go into a semi-safe switch here, which is Wobbuffet, because Psycho Cut's obviously coming. And I mean, that's honestly fine. Here I'm gonna set up a Swords Dance because I know this thing really can't touch me, but again, he does have the Encore, which I kind of semi-predicted, but I don't know. I mean, I wasn't on my A game for this one. I was kind of nervous, but here he's gonna switch out. I'm actually gonna stay in because I mean, I was honestly fine with him going to Persian. I'm gonna Swords Dance again. I know I still have to go for more Swords Dances, but yeah, that's fine. Like, he's not even gonna Fake Out, which is probably a smart play because that would burn a turn of my Encore. He's just gonna go straight for the Slash and take me out. I didn't really need the Glade anymore because the Tentacruel was low enough, and the Persian is low enough, and the Wobbuffet's low enough. Or the Wobbuffet isn't low at all, but I didn't need the Glade for that. So he's gonna go into Tentacruel, sack it off, which is a smart play on his part because he's gonna get the initiative after I U-turn up. And I mean, that's honestly fine. He's down to his last 2 Pokemon, I think. He's down to Persian. Yeah, he's down to Persian and down to Persian and Wobbuffet. And I have Rotom, Heat, and Mienshao. I think it's a 2-on-2 at this point. So I'm gonna Will-O-Wisp here. That's residual damage, so that's really cool. And because of that residual damage, it's gonna end up really mattering later on. So I do get the burn here. I'm gonna Overheat because I don't really need this thing either. I don't really need this Rotom for really anything. I'm gonna get the overheat off, and he's gonna pop his citrus, which is pretty annoying because, you know, after not seeing leftovers, I was like, hey, that's interesting. And then the citrus berry, yay! So he's gonna mirror coat, obviously just completely obliterate my Rotom heat, and gonna take more burn damage, which is fine. I'm going to go back into Meow here. I believe it's my last Pokemon. I'm not sure though. So he's gonna switch now out back into Persian, sacking it off, which, I mean, is a smart play. He didn't really have anything else to do with Persian except for Fake Out, but that's like it. But then again, like, whatever. So Wobbuffet's gonna come back out, his last Pokemon, I believe. I'm just gonna spam Fake Out because he can't counter me if I'm not doing damage to him. So eventually this is gonna be a slow and painful death for Wobbuffet because the burn damage is there. I'm just gonna spam Fake Out, and that's gonna basically be the game. I didn't want to risk U-turn, like, not killing, just in case he was, like, fully physically defensive, which I didn't think he was, but just in case, you know. Here U-turn will kill, so, you know, G. But yeah, Wobbuffet's gonna die there, and that's gonna be the game. It was a really good game, but a lot of hacks went my way, and sorry, Nips, about that Haxie battle. But yeah, that was my only Pokemon. Pokemon. Anyway, he should have won that, honestly. Nip should have won that, but the hacks went my way, so what can I say? Please leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already, because that's really cool. Become a magician today, and do awesome deeds. I don't know. Common question of the day, what's your favorite psychic type? That's a common question of the day, so answer that down in the comments, and see you guys next time.